Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Star Talk Show. We are going to do review in depth of the Ultimate Hacking Keyboard 80, this one. So this is known as UHK 80, okay? So let me show you. So this is gonna be in-depth review. It's kind of heavy because I have this tinting stand on. So that kind of adds weight. If you want to know the weight of the keyboard, check out their website. So there are two parts, and there's a bridging cable. So first of all, let me go over the hardware, every aspect of the hardware. Then I'm gonna tell you about the software. Okay, so if you are here, say hi, hello, Cough M. And if you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed. Okay, so UHK 80 Ultimate Hacking Keyboard. Okay, so this so let me show you. So this extra add-on trackball, and this is extra add-on. I'll talk about them later. Okay, so when you buy it, they come like that. Okay, without the stand. Now the stand is screwed down, so you can see there is thumb screw. So I can, so you see, I untwist it and I can take it off, but I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so the stand is extra buy, so normally you wouldn't have the stand. So when you buy it, it's one single piece that can be split apart by magnet. So you just put it apart, then they become a split keyboard. Now, so let me just go over. So the quality is superb. Okay, so I've been using the Ultimate Hacking Keyboard since like 5 years ago. UHK 60 version 1. Then after 2 years or something, UHK 60 version 2 came out. Then after 2 or 3 years, this is UHK 80 because it's got 80 keys. Okay, so let me just go over the hardware. So it's highest quality build because I've been using them, using their product for 5 years. I can tell you, highest quality build. It's pretty thin. Now the palm rest is part of the keyboard, so you cannot detach it. It's part of the keyboard. So let me show you this side. Those are magnetic. So these are magnets over there. So can you see? Yeah, these are let's see, here and here magnets, and this is the connection, to the left hand side or to the add-on mouse or trackball. So right now I'm using Bluetooth. You can also use it wired. So it's very good. Okay, so what else I need to show you? So something special about this keyboard is these thumb keys. So you got extra thumb key space, function key 1 and function key 2. So you can see, and the mod key. Okay, so without light it's clear. So so these thumb keys allows you to do a lot of combination. So you can switch to next tab, previous tab, new tab, close tab, or move cursor. So they also got dedicated arrow keys, but you can just press the mod and the left hand side, the right hand side, IJKL. They become cursor keys and close tab and all that. So that's the right hand side, and the left hand side is very similar. Okay, so they got the best keycaps. Okay, so can you see it clearly? Okay, so they got the best keycaps. This is double shot PBS plastic, PBT, I think it's called PBT. So I did a video about last week unboxing of this thing. So watch that one. You can see the entire box it came from. So it got 2 USB-C ports, one on the left hand side here. You cannot see it clearly. Okay, so let me just show you in general. So Again, on the left hand side, you also got this this is like spring loaded connectors to the add-on modules. This gives you 3 extra keys plus you got this very nice tiny trackball and left button, right button. So all you have to do is just, you know, snap it on. It's magnetic. So you can see now if I press the key, so they light up. Now the lighting, you notice they have different color. That's because it's the color, the color depends on the functionality of the key. So if it's a special modifier, you can see it's yellow. Okay, normal key lights up as white. So, but the Windows modifier, they become blue or greenish. So you can see. So let me try it again. Okay, so you can see. So functional lighting, but you can change, you know, you can program the light as well. So is there anything I want, did I miss anything? If you have questions, ask me now, okay? Do you find it easier on the hands to type with tinted keyboard? Absolutely. So that depends on how much you type. Okay, so if you don't type that much for a normal person, you know, your keyboard is fat. That's kind of okay. But if you seriously type a lot, you are a coder, you are a writer, you write a novel, or you go online, you talk to people all the time typing, then you want it tinted like that. So that's what this let me see if I can show. That's what this tinting stand is for. So you see now I have it on. So let me show it over here so you can see. So the tinting stand, so you just pull it apart. You can move this metal bar lower, then it becomes, the tinting will be high. So you see right now it's like that, but you can make it higher. In general, the higher is less convenient. So once you get very high, then you don't, you know, then it becomes like that. The maximum is 60 degrees, okay? So anyway, so you can, you know, so you have to buy this stand by itself, okay? So anything else? Did I miss anything? So they included, you know, it's part of the unboxing. Watch my last video, the USB-C to USB-C. Then you got, so you got 2 USB-C here. You know, 2 USB-C, then you got the USB-C to USB-A here. Okay, so when you buy it, the battery is a interesting feature. The battery is optional. So if you want to use it wireless, then you have to buy the battery. Now, if you don't need wireless, then you just use it plugged in. So you don't buy the battery. Whenever you need to, you can buy the battery. Okay, so that's a kind of novel feature. And so, you know, okay, so what else? So they include a key puller. Now I'm wondering if I should pull out the keys to show you guys. Why don't we? Okay, so let's see. Be careful. So the key switch are hot swappable. Okay, so let me show you. The key switches are hot swappable. Okay, so there is the keycap. Let me show you the keycap because, okay, finally. So it's very well made. It's got, you know, this technology for the key labeling is called double shot. Essentially, it's 2 plastic. You can see another plastic inside. Now, can you adjust? Okay, so you can see that white plastic is actually the label. So effectively, it's merging 2 plastics, okay? So the label will never wear off in 100 years, you know, because it's part of the plastic. Okay, so and you know, very good. So, and here is a key switch. When you buy, you can choose several. I think they got 6 options. Okay, for me, my preference is linear and lightest. So this one is called pink something. Okay, the pink something, pink boxed switch, I think. Okay, so that's my choice, and I recommend it if you type, for the next 10-20 years and you are a coder. Okay, and then they got this technology called hot swappable switches, so you can actually pull this off, pull this switch off and swap in a new one if you want to. So I never got into that, so I don't know much about hot swappable key switches. If you watch YouTube, there's a lot of YouTubes you can watch. Okay, so now put the caps back on. Okay, I think I covered everything about the hardware. So let me check. Construction, excellent. Display, oh yeah, so they got, you see, now they got actually a display here. Oops, which press? Okay, so you can see, it's hard to read though. You see that you can see the reflection of my camera, but so when I press a FN2 key, for example, you can see it shows up. You see FN2. You see XAH, that's my name. So you can program your name. That line shows the current layout. So you got like, you can have like 20, 30 layouts and layers. So when you press the mode key, it shows up mode. You see FN2, or when you press FN, it'll show. So anyway, so here and here is the battery. You see left hand side and right hand side battery level. Okay, so that's about. Now let me tell you about the bridge cable. Okay, the bridge cable is in fact not necessary. So if you use it wired, for example, you don't even need the bridge cable, because the left hand side and right hand side, they will talk to each other wirelessly. Like you don't have to do nothing about it. However, if you want to, you can plug in the bridge cable. So any questions, post your questions, okay? Then I'm gonna show you software. Okay, so you see the bridge cable is connected. Now it actually shows, it's small for you to see, but anyway. So the bridge cable, so why do you need it? Well, if you are charging the battery, you can, if you plug the USB here, that will charge the right hand side. And if you have the bridge cable connected, it will also charge the left hand side, but slowly, like kind of very slowly. Okay. In a similar way, if you plug in the left hand side USB, and if you have the bridge cable on, they will charge the right hand side slowly. Or you can just plug USB to both. Okay. So that's kind of, so the bridge cable is not really necessary, but it's kind of useful. Okay. If you don't like the look of the, this thing, it's kind of, this way without the bridge cable is more elegant. Okay. So that's the bridge cable. And let me just show you the other extra add-on. So you got the touchpad, trackpad, and you got the track point. So let me connect it. That's it. So you can see now I can use my kind of like track point mouse. This is like a little joystick. Okay. You cannot see my screen, so but I will show you. So but let me finish covering the hardware first. So then here's a trackpad. Okay, you see this goes down. This how can I show it? Anyway, okay, that's everything about hardware. Let's see if I miss anything. Ultimate hacking keyboard. Okay, palm rest, that's attached. part of the keyboard, tinting stand, USB port, wire bridge cable. Show each of the add-on I did. Keycaps I showed you. Double shot molding, yes. Pull key I did. Key scope design. Okay, so one of the design, the great design of this keyboard, I noticed this is a detailed design. You see the keycaps, they use different shapes of the keycap. That's very good because once you use this keyboard, you'll notice. You see, so normally your hand is on this mode of FN. By the way, it's completely programmable. So you can change, if you like this just to be space, you can. Okay, completely programmable for every key. So, but the shape, let me tell you about the shape. You see, they have different shapes. So when your thumb is normally here, right? Like for example, so I can move to the left and I can feel it because it's okay, it's the same height. But however, if you want to press the Windows modifier key, such as Alt, Windows key, Super, or Control, they are higher, so you can feel it. Just like when you use the keyboard for a long time, you can just feel it. You don't have to see. You don't have to like, oh, how much, did I move too far inward? Things like that. Similarly for the FN2, and by default this is space. I swapped them, by the way. So for me, this is now space. Actually, this is backspace, and this is mode. Okay, so there's a lot, huge amount of programmability you can do with it. So let me start to show you the software. Okay, yeah. So let me begin to show you the software. So let me plug it in. Now I'm gonna plug it in, use it wired. Okay, so that way I can turn off my I can turn off Bluetooth on my Windows machine. Okay, let me switch to the, okay. If you got questions, ask me, okay. So now you can kind of see my keyboard. Are you guys seeing me? Am I doing good? Say hi, okay. So yeah, so let me unplug this because I like the trackball the most. Okay. And now it's plugged in. Now let me turn off my Bluetooth. Okay, can you see? Turn it off. Okay. Now check if I can type yes. Left hand side, right hand side. Fantastic. Okay, so, and can you see now I'm gonna use my mouse. Okay, so this trackball, built-in trackball, I have programmed it to do cursor movement. Okay, so let me move to the Emacs so you can see. So you see my Emacs, so let me magnify. Okay, magnify. Okay, so now if watch my hand on the trackball, I can move the right to the right or scroll to the left. They can move cursor, or I can move up down. Fantastic. Can you see? Because how do you do that? Because I programmed it so. So let's open the agent, UHK agent software. Okay, a new Bluetooth device has been paired to this UHK, added to connection so that you can switch to it. Because I just, set it up for this demo, but I don't want, usually I don't want to use Bluetooth on my main desk, my power station. Okay, so, oh, by the way, I didn't show you, there's a feed, there's a 4 feeds. Yeah, so, but you can attach the feed, so you just push it in and twist it, and it'll be on the keyboard. But I don't need it because I'm using the stand, the tinting stand. Okay, so you can see, can you see the Ultimate Hacking keyboard software. Can you see now you see my left hand? So you have several key maps. Okay, so this is, for example, the default is QWERTY for PC for Windows. You know, QWERTY. So let's magnify. Okay, so you know, then you can go to QWERTY for Mac, and then you also got CoreMac, and you got Vorak by default. So you just press a key, you press FN. Let me show you another feature. You see when I press the key, here. Okay, so I program this key to be tab. So if I press that key, then I can just press 3, and it'll say CoreMac for PC on the display. Can you see it? You cannot. Okay, so let's press 6. Press 6, CoreMac for Mac. Press 5, CoreMac for Mac. CoreMac for Mac. Vorak for Mac. CoreMac for PC. Vorak for PC. Okay, now FN7 XAR layout. Okay, so you can see you can define your, so all those are default, but now I have defined my own XAR key map, so it will display my name on the keyboard display area. So you are looking at my key map, and in this key map you can see this left hand side cluster. I programmed it to be left click, right click, and middle click. And for the trackball, let's go to the trackball. Let me just show you a few things, okay? Because this software is huge. I mean, you can just program just about any aspect. Okay, so let's go to track point, trackpad, touchpad, track point, trackball. So you can see for my trackball, the base layer is correct. That means when I roll the ball, it functions as arrow keys. Okay, now if I change it to cursor and now click save to keyboard, okay, it's done. And now now when I move the trackball, you can see my pointer move. Now it becomes a mouse pointer. Can you see? Okay, now right now here is super slow for some reason. Oh yeah, okay, now it's working. Okay, good. So what I'm saying here is that all these can be configured. You know, you can see, for example, trackball, you can change the speed, acceleration, divisor speed. I'm not sure what that is. Scroll speed divisor, correct speed divisor, axis locking, you know, kind of fancy features. Okay, so, and also the LED backlight. So you can see they are color coded. So modifier is green, shortcut is blue, yellow is switch layer. You know, you can change them. You know, you can change because they are using RGB LEDs, so you can change them to any color you want. And if you don't like the functional color, for example, this is, you know, they have different color depending on the purpose of the key, then you can change it to per key backlighting. Okay, save to keyboard. That means when you press, it'll light up. Okay, so saved. Okay, so press, you see, per key light up. Yeah, did it? Yeah, it's hard to see right now. It's too bright. But I like the function light. I want that. Okay. And if you don't want light at all, if you don't like it, you think it's for gamers only, you can turn it off completely. Like brightness, like turn off brightness completely if you want. Okay, I think I pretty much covered everything. You know, I can then, for example, this is my key map, my own. You can go to the mode layer. So you can like change any part of it. For example, the arrow keys, is on the right hand side when you hold down the mode key. And then you also have a mouse layer. Now that's their special design. That's also kind of a novelty, So when you, by default, the caps lock position is the mouse key. When you hold it down, then your right hand side becomes kind of mouse cruisers, just like a mouse cruiser. But I find this not very good. To control the mouse pointer using keyboard, using buttons is not very good. You want a mouse, a trackball, or touchpad, or pen input. That would be much better. Okay, using the buttons to control the cursor position is not very good. So I don't use the mouse. So then you got the FN layer, which I programmed to be number keys. When I hold it down on the right hand side, it becomes numbers. Then you got FN2 layer, and you can create your own layer, FN3, 4, 5 shift layer control, so what did I change anything? I don't want to change anything. So close without save. Okay, so that's the UHK agent software. It's also open source. Okay, but I think you can only use it for the Ultimate Hacking Keyboard. You cannot use on other devices. I think I pretty much covered all I wanted to say. So if you have any questions, ask now. Okay, otherwise that's it. Hacksaw, great keyboard. Hello, Palash backup. Hello, stabilizer. Hello. What keys are on the thumb clusters? Okay, so if you haven't seen before, so you got space, FN, mode, FN2, and similarly for the left hand side. Okay, now you can go to my website. Go to my website. Here's today's Star Talk Show on xali.info. Remember, no HTTPS, no S. Okay, otherwise you get an error like, oh, this website is not secure. Be careful, you cannot visit. That's bad because the browser started to do nasty things. So HTTP, no S. Okay, then you'll see my website. So go to the website, Ultimate Hacking Keyboard Review. So by now I have done like complete review, so you can see beautiful, huge photos. Okay, and I explain every details of it. So for example, the thumb keys, the entire layout, you can see the functional coloring of the key backlight, fantastic. And you can also see the display. Okay, so, and here is another view. In bed, my bed station on a Mac laptop. You can compare the size, and then you close detailed photo of the USB port and the feed by default, and the add-on modules, key cluster, which you have to buy separately. Okay, then the thing, how thick is the keyboard, and the detail of the keycaps and the light. So you see many keyboards with lighting, they differ by quality. Some of the lighting is like flickers or not steady, or the keycap does not allow the light to shine through. But on the UHK 80, it's perfect. They designed it very well, so you can see how sharp they are. Okay, so and the connection, the add-on module connection detail, the back of the keyboard, the magnets, and I think that's it. Okay, so, and the stand, the tenting prop, or also known as the riser. So you can see, and okay. So let me answer the questions, and that's it for today. So now you go to, now watch, you see I already programmed my key, so I press this key, single key, it'll just like toggle full screen. So in fact, that key does F11. Okay, so hot swap, so all the details. Let's go to their website so we can, so there's whole more detail about the display, what each display means. Okay, let's go to their website. UHK.io. Okay, so now I press this key on the left, it will function as a mouse click. Watch. You see, fantastic. So why do I do that? Because the mouse buttons are an inducer of repetitive strain injury, because that takes your muscle to click the mouse. You don't want that. So a giant button, the keyboard button, is much easier for your hand, provided that if you are a long time typer, you sit in front of the computer for like many hours a day. But if you are a casual user, you don't care. The mouse is fine. Okay, so that's their website. You can buy the UHK 60 if you prefer, the small form factor, or the UHK 80 keys. Now, so the UHK 60 does not come with a palm rest. Wait, did they actually? I don't think they come with a palm rest. I think that's an add-on. So let's check. Check their website for the authoritative information. Okay, don't listen to what I say. Their website, if we disagree, their website is more authoritative. So, do I have internet issues? Why are they not showing? Okay, let me answer the questions. Okay, what else? What's the difference between FN and FN2? Okay, they are just different modifiers. In case, if you already used one of them, they allow you more flexibility. It's like what's the difference between Windows key versus Alt key versus Control key? It's for those, their difference, actually they are just the same thing, but their difference is that by tradition, Control is for certain purposes, Alt is for certain shortcuts, Windows key is more for system-wide shortcuts. Okay, that's their by tradition, but you can change them if you want. So in a similar way, on the Ultimate Hacking Keyboard, FN is for it doesn't matter. You can change, like each person is different. For you can change. Okay, so I think that's it. Bye guys. Okay, so why is the site not loading up now? Is it because let's see. Okay, the UHK 80 website is fantastic. Now the UHK 60 website is not loading up for some reason. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, so that's it. I did video reviews, actually several of them, of the UHK 60, including unboxing, so you can check them out. Okay, I think that's it. So bye guys. Oh, did you okay, okay, so you didn't see my screen. Okay, that's too bad. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah, bye guys. How long have I been talking? 35 minutes. Okay, we shut down in 1 minute. Okay, is my video still going? Yeah. Okay, we shut down in 1 minute. Test. UHK 80. Okay, go to their website. Then you can check out all the details.